after the end of an eventful day, we are now going to go back and recap what happened in the entire 7 to 8 hours with me, Vinith Ramakrishnan, and Kanav Bali for Cricket Next. We are going to give you a recap of the in 15 minutes, if possible, of the 6 7 hours
Yeah.
of auction bidding wars that happened. The headline act, most
Yeah.
definitely, Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer breaking the bank in every possible way. We thought Mitchell Stark at 24.5 and Pat Cummins at over 20. That was the end of it.
End of
That
it.
there
Yeah.
was nobody going to go beyond that. But Rishabh Pant 27 crores, Shreyas Iyer 26.25 crores. LSG breaking the bank for Rishabh Pant. Shreyas Iyer goes to Punjab Kings. Ricky Ponting, getting his act on and choosing his captain
Yeah.
in Shreyas Iyer. Surprising third most expensive buy so far. Venkatesh Iyer at 23 plus crores. KKR buy him back. Quite interesting. And if you just go back and look at the top 10 buys or top 20 buys, the amount of money that has been spent is insane. Arshdeep Singh 18
18
crores
crores.
RTM by Punjab Kings. Yajwendra Chahal again, Punjab Kings spending 18 crores. Remember, they went in with the heaviest purse, the biggest purse at 110, and they did a fantastic shopping spree.
Yeah.
Punjab Kings, a lot of players also missed out. Maybe Josh Butler, going to
Gujarat.
GT at only 15.75 crore, a bargain buy there, I would
Absolutely.
say.
Absolutely.
KL Rahul, one of the biggest names in the auction pool, only going for 14 crores, and that too be picked up by Delhi Capitals. All the eyes were on KL Rahul joining forces with Virat Kohli at Royal
Yeah.
Challengers Bangalore, but that was not the case. Trent Bolt, the after Josh Butler, the most expensive overseas buy at 12.50 alongside Josh Hazelwood and Jofra Archer, all of them getting 12.5 crores from their respective franchises. Trent Bolt to Mumbai Indians, Josh Hazelwood to RCB, Jofra Archer to RR, and there were quite a few unsold, big players who went unsold, none bigger than the GOAT of IPL himself, one of the goats, the
David
greatest of
Warner.
all time, that is David Warner. Kanav, if you want to take me through the unsold players list, the biggest name being David Warner. There was Piyush Chawla. There was a lot of players that we thought should be there.
Once an opening combination for Sunrisers Hyderabad,
Devdutt Padikkal,
Johnny Bairstow
Johnny
and
Best.
David Warner. There was a time in 2016, all the RCB fans, I'm sorry, I am taking you through that again. 2016, Johnny Bairstow, David Warner, a gun opening partnership. Today, 2024, both of them are unsold, and especially Johnny Bairstow, to a certain extent, I am not that shocked, but David Warner, as you said, one of the goats. When you talk about IPL goats, they are very handful. There's a Malinga, there's a Pollard, there's a AB de
Chris Gayle.
Villiers, Chris Gale, and David Warner, who has loads of run in the Indian Premier League, and he's someone who loves India, who loves IPL, who loves Hyderabad, who loves Delhi, who loves for any team he plays for. But now unsold it. I think we'll have to wait and see if he comes back tomorrow.
Most likely he might be coming back. But now let's take a look at rewind how the teams went about and how the teams look like. Let's start off, begin with Chennai Super Kings itself. They had quite a few retentions in Ruturaj Gaikwad, in the Jadeja, Mathisha Patirana, Shivam Dube, MS Dhoni. What have been their buys so far? Their biggest buy most definitely has been, I think, Noor Ahmed
Yeah.
at 10 crores. Quite interesting. Ravichandran Ashwin makes a comeback, kind of a homecoming after 10 years at 9.75 crore. Devon Conway, a cheap buy at 6.25. Khalil Ahmed gets in at 4.8 crores. Rachin Ravindra at 4. Rahul Tripathi at 3.4. Vijay Shankar 1.2. Kanav, in just few lines, how has this auction strategy been for CSK, at least on day one?
You have an Ashwin, you have a Jadeja at 18 crore, you have a Noor Ahmed, you have a Rachin Ravindra. Will it be a all spin attack because you have
Play all four spinners.
all four spinners at
M.
Chepauk?
Chidambaram. Yeah, Chepauk. Yeah.
Chepauk is famous for the spinning tracks, but it's IPL. It's good. I mean, see, there's a big think tank behind all this. That's MS Dhoni. With all due respect to Ruturaj Gaikwad, I know.
And Stephen Fleming.
And Stephen Fleming, obviously the coach and the captain, or the former captain, I should say. And Gaikwad would also have his own, obviously, takes and opinions on this. Chennai is one of the teams that I think, as I said about Mumbai Indians, I believe they know what they are doing. I don't think they went for Ashwin just because the emotional connect.
No, no,
Yeah,
definitely not.
definitely not.
Definitely
They
not. They
know what
have
they
a
are
plan.
doing.
They have
They
a
have a
plan.
plan. They know how to use Ashwin. Nobody on this planet knows it better than Mahendra Singh Dhoni how to use a Ravichandran Ashwin. So there's a plan there. Noor Ahmed, I am a fan of Noor Ahmed. He is a good T20 bowler. Obviously, he can be improved, and if there's one guy who can improve a
MS
spinner,
Dhoni.
it's MS Dhoni. So everything looks like it's planned, looks like they know what they are doing. I am still not, sold on the idea of Ravindra Jadeja at 18 crore. That is something that will obviously bug me for a long time. Shivam Dubey, great talent, but could have been in the auctions. But as far as the other lineup or the team is concerned, I am fine with it. I am happy.
And,
What's
and and the biggest takeaway for me is
Yeah.
Ashwin Jadeja combo in T20
Ah.
bowling together. We have seen that in
Yeah.
Test, the goats of Indian cricket in terms of Test cricket, combining forces in the yellow jersey at the Chepauk, bowling in T20 format. That would be a
So
sight to behold.
after years, these two were together dropped from the Test 11, and now these two are
Combined
together
together in the
back in an
T20.
IPL team. So
So
this
Chennai
is
Super Kings, I mean, again, very frugal buys as you would expect from Stephen Fleming and MS Dhoni led think tank. Moving on, we'll now look at Delhi Capitals from south. We will go to north straight up, and Delhi never have had his good history with the auctions.
or the IPL.
Or the IPL for that matter. Their retentions were Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Tristan Stubbs, and quite absurdly Abhishek Porel. But what have their buys been? The biggest buy for them, KL Rahul at 14 crore. RCB did not go and bid for them. We all were expecting to see Shreyas Iyer here
Yeah.
in DC,
Yeah.
especially because he was also the only captain to take
Yeah.
Delhi to the finals.
Yeah.
But KL Rahul, most likely the captain at 14 crores for Delhi. That was their biggest buy. Then you have Mitchell Stark, who was the most expensive player last season,
Yeah.
coming down to just 11.25 crores. And when I say 11.25 crores, it's quite ironical that we are putting just in terms of crores, but that's how it is in IPL auctions. T
Absolutely.
Natarajan, a very good buy at 10.75. Jake Fraser McGurk and Harry Brook, both of them were part of the DC squad earlier. They have been able to buy them back. A very solid young two batters, one at the top and one really at the middle order. It's interesting to see how Jake Fraser McGurk would come up in the second season, and how Harry Brook comes around here in terms of making the Asian conditions his own. Apart from that, they had Mohit Sharma, Samir Rizvi, Karun Nair. Kanav, again, your thoughts on DC's buy so far? For a change, it looks decent enough.
Yeah, so two things. Number one, it's a good setup. It's a good team. I am happy with how Delhi Capitals is shaping up. They could be one of the teams to beat if they get their things sorted when it comes to playing 11, when it comes to
If KL Rahul gets his things on.
no, that was my second thing. I believe, and I have a very strong feeling the next season is going to be KL Rahul season. KL Rahul at the Arun Jaitley Stadium on that surface. I was never a fan of someone like KL Rahul at the Ekana Stadium playing 7 games because
Right.
that is not his sort of a pitch. Although I fully agree, and I have been a very, very, very vocal critic of KL Rahul in the last 2 years. I was never happy with his game, be it any format apart from Test cricket, obviously. But this IPL at the Arun Jaitley Stadium on that surface, he's going to wreak havoc in the next IPL. I am pretty sure. It's just that as a captain and as the team management, they need to get everything sorted, playing 11 and horses for courses, all that planning, and they will be a team to meet in this IPL.
Most definitely, I mean, by the looks of it, the bowling at least, I mean, remember, they are playing half of their games at the Arun Jaitley Stadium,
Yeah.
which is not that conducive for batters.
Yeah.
They need to have a decent, smart bowling attack.
Yeah.
They probably have managed to do that with Stark, Natarajan. You already have a Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel. They need to add couple more good pace bowling options
Yeah.
or medium pace options, and they probably would be sorted. Moving on to our third team, which is Gujarat Titans. And for me, Gujarat Titans, right from the retention time, I thought they had all the tick boxes
Yeah.
checked in terms of retention. They had their captain set, they had their middle order batter set, they had one spinner to go with. So from a IPL auction point of view, they didn't have much to do from a shopping point of view, and they have got a gun lineup, at least bowling lineup, lined up. Just listen to these names: Mohammad Siraj, Kagiso Rabada, Prasidh Krishna.
Yeah.
That is your bowling unit, and none better than, or none better by than Josh Butler at 15.75. Opening the bat with Shubman Gill right there at the top would be great. You have Sai Sudarshan, Shah Rukh Khan, and Rahul Tavatia being retained. They added a very decent bargain buys in Nishant Sidhu and Manav Sutar, but kind of Josh Butler, Siraj, Rabada, Prasidh Krishna, very good buys.
Absolutely, I was waiting. Whoever gets Butler, it will be a good buy, and they got him for a very cheap price. It's Butler deserves a good 18-19 crore.
Yeah.
He's a clutch player. He'll take the game away from you, and you won't even realize he's that quick when it comes to T20 cricket. Butler and Gill opening is a tempting idea. Abhi se hi I can
Very
feel
much
it.
so, very much so.
Then in the bowling lineup, a Rabada, a Siraj. I mean, with Rashid Khan, yeah. I mean, Rashid Khan, come on, T20 cricket, it's his home. It's his bread and butter. Rashid Khan is one of the best T20 players going around, if not the best T20 player going around. I believe it's a very well settled team, and if there's one team that has impressed me the most in this auction, I believe Gujarat Titans comes close, because they were.
Gujarat Titans have been very spot on with their retention and also with with their auction picks right now. And moving on to the defending champions, Kolkata Knight Riders. Again, their biggest buy, quite surprisingly, it is Venkatesh Iyer at 23.75 crores. I'll have to start off with this. I mean, no one expected that. You might as well have taken, retained Venkatesh Iyer, but that was not to be the case. Retentions were quite strong. Rinku Singh was their best retention at 13 crores, but you had to shell out extra 10 crores for Venkatesh Iyer. Would it be worth? Could very well be worth. But the biggest thing for me here is, despite retaining 6 players, the kind of amount of purse that they were left with, look at the other buys that they have had. Quinton de Kock, Ramanullah Gurbaz, you have Venkatesh Iyer, and Angakrish Raghuvanshi as well. They have brought them back. Again, they didn't have much to play around with, and half of that money going to Venkatesh Iyer, yet they've been able to buy 13 players. Core is set.
Yeah,
And there was no Strayer, of course. That's a different route they have taken. But the biggest factor, I think, for me here is captain.
Captain.
They're still looking for a captain.
They're still looking for a captain, and I am also not that impressed with the bowling lineup. I mean, there's a Sunil Narayan, I agree. There's an
Andre
Andre Russell.
Russell.
Andre Russell is, I mean, he's a very on and off bowler for me. He's a good bowler, but on his bad days, he can really be a bad bowler. So I am still not convinced with the bowling lineup, and as you said, captaincy. Captaincy is a big question mark. Who will you throw the captaincy to now? What are the options you have? Will you go with an experienced Andre Russell or a youngster Rinku Singh? Venkatesh Iyer, I don't think he can lead a side, or he would lead a side.
QDK maybe?
It's kind of going back. Instead, I would have preferred if you would have, first of all, you shouldn't have let go of Shreyas Iyer, but there could be n number of reasons that happened. But you should have invested in a KL Rahul or a Rishabh Pant or someone young or younger than Quinton de Kock at least. But as of now, looking at the situation they are in, maybe Quinton de Kock is the only.
Maybe Iyer. Venkatesh Iyer. Who knows?
Does he have a captain?
Doesn't have that
No,
captaincy
then Quinton.
record as of
They're
now.
too big
But
a
yeah,
gamble.
quite muddled in a way, so to speak, what KKR has done with their buys on day one. They are still looking for a captain for sure. Moving on, the next team that will take up is the team that broke the bank for Rishabh Pant at 27 crores, which is LSG. And for me, it's kind of very much like KKR, a muddled kind of day for them. They did go hard for Rishabh Pant at 27 crores, but they already had a Nicholas Pooran at 21 crore retained. Why would you need another keeper batter?
Captain.
That would be captain material. You already had Mayank Yadav, Ravi Bishnoi as your retained players, Ayush Baduni, Mohsin Khan as your retained players. But then again, you went with Abdul Samad, you went with Mitchell Marsh. Then also, very interestingly, you went ahead and brought Aiden Markram at 2 crores. Who are you going to give the captaincy to? Pooran, Markram, or Pant? Or do you think Markram makes it to the 11? They have also added David Miller and an Avesh Khan. But again, very muddled in terms of what they wanted to do on day one.
Absolutely. I mean, they have bought a lot of players, but LSG has always looked to me a very confused side as a management, as a squad, as a playing 11. Not obviously pointing at a particular person, but as a whole, that team has always confused me. They have reached playoffs. It's not that they have been not successful in reaching playoffs, but they have, as I said, they have good players. But then again, as you said, who will lead the side? You give 27 crore to a person to come and play for your team, who was a captain for some other team, and then you don't ask him to lead your side. Then you retain Nicholas Puran for 23 crore, and then you don't ask him to
21.
lead a side. 21 crore, and you don't ask him to lead a side. Then you have an Aiden Markram. Okay, the price tag is not a pressure, it's just 2 crore, but he's Aiden Markram. He won SA20
Twice. He took the
twice with
team to
the
the finals
yeah,
of the
Hyderabad
T20 World
SRH.
Cup.
Yeah. I mean, I think they have just made things for them, more complicated. Now they'll have to sit and think. Okay, we gave 21 to Puran. He asked, maybe when they were signing that deal, Puran said, "Okay, I'll lead the side if you are paying me 21," and that is what I always think.
And then what do you say to Rishabh Pant
Rishabh
now,
Pant,
who
you
comes
bought
in
him.
with a price tag of 27
Yeah,
crores?
yeah. If so you are paying someone 21 crore, I still believe RCB will have Virat Kohli as captain. You have not picked anyone and 21 crore. So similarly, Nicholas Puran, who decided, okay, I'll stay, but you will not pay me 18, you will pay me 21. Then there's a Rishabh Pant. Out of nowhere, LSG goes and buys a Rishabh Pant. We were thinking either an RCB or maybe a CSK would somewhere, bid, or a Punjab was the most expected team to have Rishabh Pant. But I'm shocked with what LSG did there. But it would be fun, yeah. It would be fun to see who leads the side. I think Rishabh Pant leading the side would be the least problematic, because I don't see Nicholas Puran complaining.
Yeah, you don't see Nicholas Puran complaining, but again, the dynamic of Pant and Puran will be interesting to see. Moving on, the next team that we'll look at is the team that did the least amount of action in the auction, and that is Mumbai Indians. Just two buys, three buys, in fact, at the end of it. Trent Bolt at 12.5 crores, Namandir they RTM'd at 5.5, and Karan Sharma at 50 lakhs. Mumbai Indians already went into the auction with a very heavy retention list, and they didn't have much of the purse, 45 crores. But then again, their spend has not been the great. They are still left with 26.10 crore. Very frugal spending. And yeah, biggest buy, there's nothing to talk about here. Biggest buy being Trent Bolt. They brought him back at 12.50. They did go hard at Jofra Archer. They were not able to get him. If they were able to get Jofra Archer, I don't think they will have got a Trent Bolt. But they didn't get Jofra Archer. They got in Trent Bolt. They've got in Karan Sharma. They have RTM Namandir. Apart from that, nothing to write home about. Frugal spending. Day two, you would see Mumbai Indians going all guns blazing.
They'll invest on those smaller price tags, and with Rohit, with the Hardik Pandya, with the Surya Kumar, with Tilak Verma, with the Jasprit Bumrah, and now you are completing that with a Trent Bolt from the other end. I don't think they need to complete their playing 11. I think this is enough for them to win matches and IPL. But as I said about Chennai, there are two teams that I can be rest assured of that they always have a plan. They are thinking something, and they always have a backup plan as well. If they want to go for a player, it doesn't work, they know what to do next, how to tackle that, how to come up with the backup of that particular player. So Mumbai Indians, and they have the big names. Now they'll only go for smaller price tags. I won't be shocked if they have a James Anderson in their team. I won't be shocked if they have a James Anderson in their team. I mean, I know I'm just assured that they have a plan in mind, and they already have a great core. They have a former India captain, the current India captain, one who could have been the current India captain, then current Test captain. They have everything. They have everyone.
So,
They have.
from one team that probably are very good at auction strategies and have everything,
Oh, RCB.
coming in, to not RCB, to a team that always goes into the auction with a clean slate, and this time also they
Oh,
did
yeah.
that, and that is Punjab Kings. And for a change, and not for a change, they've actually done quite well with the kind of purse they had. They did not over splurge, nor did they were over conservative
Yeah.
with their spending as well. They have brought 12 players, left with a purse of 22.50. And look at the buy. Shreyas Iyer, 26.75. Arshdeep, RTM'd at 18. Jajwendra Chahal, 18 crores. Marcus Stoinis, 11 crores. Nehal Vadera, 4 crores. Glenn Maxwell, Steele at 4.2 crores. Vijay Kumar Vyask at 1. Yash Thakur, Harpreet Bar, all in that 1 crore wala bracket. It's a good buy. I don't know how the team setup looks like. Shreyas Iyer, most definitely, unlike an LSG or a KKR, they have a captain set. But for me, I still think there's something or the other missing in this Punjab unit. But they have the money to buy in more, 22.50 for sure.
But I am the only thing I'm wondering, has anyone asked Glenn Maxwell if he wants to play for Punjab?
Punjab.
That is a bit. I don't. I won't be shocked if he pulls out and says I am happy with the 2 year ban. Anyways, nobody else was buying me. Punjab bought me for what, 2 4 whatever crore he went for. He'll say I'll take a 2 year ban happily, because I don't think if he's gonna play for Punjab, that's a big question mark. Although there's no that the particular person he was not happy with is not in that camp anymore. But that is the only takeaway I have from the Punjab Kings side.
Yeah, so Punjab Kings would anyway go for. And interestingly, they've only filled 2 overseas slot in Stoinis and Glenn Maxwell. They
Australians.
can and both Australians. No guesses there, no
Hacker.
surprises there,
Yeah,
because it's Ricky Ponting. So you would see a lot more Australians coming into this setup, a lot more overseas players coming into the setup. Moving on, Rajasthan Royals, one of the two teams who had all their retentions done, I think, who went into the auction without any RTMs or anything. That was Rajasthan Royals. They already had a very strong Indian core in Dhruv Jurel, Ryan Parag, Sandeep Sharma, the captain Sanju Samson, with just one overseas retention in Shimran Hetmeyer, and then there was Yashasvi Jaiswal. What did they buy in? The best was Jofra Archer at 12.50 crores. You had Vanindu Hasranga at 5. That's about it. I think Mahesh Theekshana, they got it at a very cheap rate at
Akash Madhwal,
4.40.
Kumar
Akash
Kartikeya.
Madhwal also they got in. Kumar Kartikeya at only 30 lakhs. Your thoughts on Rajasthan Royals? They were pretty much set before coming into the auction. They just needed to put in the puzzles, and they are on the process of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy with the Jofra Archer, by the way, although I am not sure about his fitness, and that is obviously a sad part, because I'd love to see Jofra Archer in his full flow, but fitness is something that has always concerned him. But the only question mark I'll ever have on Rajasthan Royals in this cycle is Shimran Hetmeyer. What and why? What and why? So this is the only question mark that I have.
Yes, that would be one of the questions. Let's wrap up quickly. We've
It's a
been
lot
here
of
for a
teams.
long time. Couple of teams to go, and again, one is Royal Challengers Bangalore. I don't have to speak anything. Kanav Bali, when he hears Royal Challengers Bangalore, goes on an automated rant. So go on.
It's been 16 or 17 years I've been trying to find logic in what that team does, apart from the 2016 season, that too courtesy Virat Kohli. I don't know. Every year, just like an RCB fan, I come with expectations, and they are just blank. I have no idea what they think, what they
So
are
their
doing.
costliest buy so far has been Josh Hazelwood at 12.5 crores, Phil Salt at 11, Jitesh Sharma at 11, Liam Livingston at 8.75, Suya Sharma 2 crores, and that's about it.
They're gonna give the ball to Liam Livingston, and it's gonna land at the Bengaluru airport.
Or they want to think Liam Livingston can do what Yuzvendra Chahal used to do.
I have no idea.
No,
I,
no.
I have no idea what RCB thinks usually, because every season, before every auction, before every what do you call it, every IPL, I sit and I wonder. I still love that team. This is, I think, fans. This is what people say, that RCB fans are very loyal, and that is the sad part about it, that we are very loyal. But I am still trying to find a logic. They didn't go for a Glenn Maxwell. They didn't retain. They gave up on Rishabh Pant. I think they tried Yuzvendra Chahal. I'm not even sure if they tried Chahal. Even if they tried, they gave up midway. I have no idea what their plan
There was I think for me it was they did go for players in that marquee set and they lost out and they did not
Why?
have a plan B.
You have 83
That
crore.
was the thing. They did not go hard at
There's a
it and they
LSG
lost out.
buying Rishabh Pant at 27
27 crores.
crore.
You
You
could have
with
definitely
83,
gone
give
hard at
up.
it. Maybe day two bring something new to the RCB setup. They have a lot to buy, to be honest. They only brought in 9 players, including the retained guys. That is 3 retentions. They do have RTM, 3 RTMs left. So Will Jacks could very well be a possibility there. Maybe somebody else, some of the foreign players could be one of the
Faf
RTM. Faf could be there.
coming back.
I always thought Adam Akram could be a good captaincy choice there, but did not go for him. But that was it, Royal Challengers
There's no
Bangalore.
KL
We'll move
Rahul.
on to the
They
final
didn't
team,
go
which
for
is
KL.
Sunrisers Hyderabad. For me, the best team that came in, and for me, the best buy so far. You already had Henry Clausen, Pat Cummins, Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Nitish Kumar Reddy, and what do you get out of the first day? Ishan Kishan at 11.25 crores. You get Harshal Patel, the two-time leading wicket taker in the IPL at 8 crore. You have Rahul Chahar at 3.20, Abhinav Manohar at 3.2, Adam Zampa at 2.4. Fantastic buying, and none bigger than Mohammad Shami at 10 crores. Imagine Pat Cummins combining with the Mohammad Shami with the new ball, and you have ahead Ishan Kishan, Abhishek Sharma, Henry Klaasen grinding you down with the bat.
I'm already scared looking at this lineup. Do we even need to have an IPL season? Just let's just give the trophy to this team. It's a gun lineup, yeah. It was, I think 280 they were scoring 260 for fun in the last season. I
300
think
is breached.
300 is breached already. It's a formality. They will just turn up with Ishan Kishan in the middle. Now they have a Mohammad Shami as a bowler. They have a Rahul Chahar. They have a Nitish Kumar Reddy who has played with his idol Virat Kohli. He's a changed man now. I believe he's a better version of himself. I think it will be the team to beat. It will be a team to beat in this season.
Yeah, it will be a team to beat. It could be 1 to 6 is the power play over, 6 to 12 could be the extended power play, and the entire innings is extended power play. So that was it. That was it from us, Kanabali and Vineet Ramakrishnan. We are also joined by a lot of other colleagues as well, as we brought you the coverage of day one of the
Yeah.
auction. Hope you liked it as well. We will be back tomorrow again with the accelerated auction. But that was it from us. We will take your bid adieu to you guys.